Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? I hope you guys had a great week. We made it through. Some of us will say we survived another week. We are trading in extraordinary times, as I said before. The market has never traded this way before, and or not that anybody that's around now can remember, or that's actually traded through. And we're just doing what we do and looking at how it plays out in this market, and we're taking notes so that next time around, we're gonna know. Okay, do we need to make any tweaks to our strategy? We're not gonna make wholesale changes. We may tweak. We may tweak our entry by waiting for confirmation, or we may tweak our exits by taking 2/3 off on the first target, to ensure a higher degree of profitability. Just little things like that. But it's all about being consistent. So thinking about that today and thinking about the word survival, it brings up something that I deal with a lot in the traders I mentor. And a lot of them are in survival mode. And honestly, in the beginning, when you're first learning, you're going to be in survival mode. So there's really nothing wrong with that. You're just trying to learn and survive from week to week with your account intact. And that's understandable. But once you get to a certain point, you're going to have to get out of that survival mode. You're going to have to, you may have to do some mentoring, which is why mentoring is a part of what I offer. And you don't pay extra for it because it's something I feel that you need. It's value that you're going to need in order to help get you out of this survival mode. All right, so the problem is when you're in survival mode, you create habits, and you create these habits that are just tailored to you surviving. You may cut trades off early. You may be green and you just want to put money in your pocket, or you cut trades off early. You won't let them hit your stop, and really you're just surviving, trying to keep from blowing up your account. You may be slowly bleeding it, but you're in survival mode. And these habits that you created to survive in the beginning no longer will serve you well when it's time for you to start thriving in this trading. And so we have to switch off that survival mode. We can't live in it. And that's what happens to a lot of traders. They get to a certain point where they're not losing a whole lot of money, but they're not making any money. They're just kind of surviving, and they're stuck in survival mode. And there's no way you can realize your abundance. There's no way you can tap into this unlimited amount of money that you can make in this market until you develop new habits. You're going to need to develop habits to thrive versus habits to survive. So you're going to have new habits, and you're going to have a new life. And that's exactly 100% what I do for you in this roadmap to success. I'm not just giving you a class, and really you get access to all my classes, but I'm just not selling you a class. I don't sell classes. You cannot buy classes standalone anywhere from me. Everything comes with part of a membership, because I feel like a class will do you no good unless you have the ability to work with the person that did the class. So everything I teach you, you get to witness me every day in real time in the market. Everything that I teach you, you get to see me execute it. And yeah, once you get to a certain point, you're going to see me do some things that are more intuitive, that I'm telling you and I'm showing you this is what you can do once you get to a certain point. And I have traders that have gone beyond all of this, and we're doing some 100% fundamental trading, which is where you make some real money. But you have to grow, you have to develop, you have to get to that point. And this roadmap to success program, not only does it have those classes, but you have mentoring time where we can work one-on-one and help you get to the next level. $249. You can't beat that. I don't even know where you could even get a value like that from. But let me show you what you get. All of these videos you have access to. We've got the Roadmap to Success series. You got the Tax Trader program that we did earlier this year. All the day trading classes, all the swing trading classes, the trader mindset classes, the education webinars that we do, the small account program. And we're redoing the swing trade class now. So we've got the old class archived. And that's going to stay until we complete the new class cycle. So you have access to all of these videos here as part of your membership. And everything that you can see, everything that you get here. You get 6 months access to the community, the chat room, and all the live classes that I do. In addition to the video, all the member videos, we have live sessions every Sunday morning. Live sessions every Sunday morning. If you have trade ideas, I give you my scan platform. All the proprietary information that I have, I give you. I don't lay it out so that you can just pull it. I force you to contact me in order to get it. Because that lets me know who's doing what. It's a teacher's, it's a little teacher thing that I do. That's why I don't put everything out there so you can just easily grab it. You have to contact me. So yeah, we have people that come in and all they want to do is watch the classes. Some people might have snagged them and tried to sell them somewhere else, panning them off as their own. That doesn't work. Because if it's not yours, if it's not authentic, it's not going to happen for you. But this will help you get out of that survival mode. You won't stay in that mode that long. You're going to move and you're going to thrive. You're going to get into the thriving mode. And that's where everybody needs to be. And that's where true growth takes place. You don't grow in survival mode. You don't. You grow out of it. And that's what we're going to be working on. All right, so let's take a look at what we did today. Now, let's do this first. Let's take a look at the market first. Because we did something that we haven't been able to do the last couple of days. We actually closed below the low of the last major dip that we had back at the end of 2018. This was the 233.76 level. It's the level that we had talked about. We actually closed below it, and we took out these other minor levels from pullbacks several years ago. All right, so this is a $5 supply zone. There's a supply of sellers and buyers all in here. And we are right now, we are trading below this level. So we kind of slowed down here. You can see the big gaps up and down, kind of slowed down here. We were trying to trade sideways. All right, we haven't made a lower low yet. You know, this didn't close lower than this candle. Let me see. This is the low of this is 228.02. We closed at 228.80. All right, so the low on this candle was 228.50. So we didn't quite make a lower low before the close, but we have now aftermarket. We have since sold through this level, and we're actually right now as we speak, we're at 227. So what happens come Sunday night at 8 o'clock when trading resumes on the SPY? Then we're going to see where we are. Are we going to have a gap down, or we're going to have a big gap up, or are we just going to ease into Monday morning? Now, I think if if Congress comes up with this new stimulus and it passes and it gets voted on and it gets signed, then we may see some recovery in the market. But if we don't, if things are still uncertain and the news just keeps getting worse and worse from New York and California and these places that are really hard hit, if the news just keeps getting worse, I don't see this market making a turnaround anytime soon. I think it's going to take us starting to see some progress, some slowdowns in what's going on in the hardest hit areas, and that stimulus to get kicked off. And then we're going to be doing good. All right, so that's my take on what's happening. We're going to talk a little bit more about it Sunday morning in our market analysis and swing session that we do on Sunday mornings. So if you're a member, come back to the room at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. We'll be there, and we'll get a little bit more in depth about this. All right, so today, we traded ROKU. And again, ROKU is just like the guys that when nothing else is moving, nothing is setting up, they have one stop that they can kind of dance with. You know, ROKU has been mine for the last 3 weeks or so. No different today. ZM just didn't give me a good feel today, so I kind of stayed away from it. But nice opening range breakdown. Hit a couple of targets here, and then it bounced back, stopped me out at break even. Big time push back up, and I thought we were breaking out, so I bought it. I thought looking for us to make, I think it was 80.25, I think is what I had. The pre-market high up here. Just could not make it. We just didn't have the legs. Pulled back in and got stopped out. And then once we got under and worked our way back down under the opening range low, I grabbed it. I know I probably jumped the gun a little bit. I should have waited until over here. But on this second attempt right here, but I got it and made sure I had enough room. And if you're in the room later on today, I went over in detail, how I factor in or how I figure out how much room I need to give a stop so that we have less chance of getting stopped out before the move happens. Because some people got in here and took it off. They didn't give it enough room. And, you know, that was unfortunate, but there is a way to figure out how much room you need to give a stock. Then you size accordingly. Now, you want to size to where you can still manage your risk and give the stock as much room as it needs and make sure you have good profit potential. So nailed the second trade. We didn't get the third move down, and we came back up, stopped at break even. Locked in some pretty decent profit today. It should have been more than that, but I went ahead and took the BA position off that I had on overnight. Because what I did, I got some at 95 yesterday evening in my long-term account. And the more I thought about this today, I'm like, why would I spend this money trying to transfer this position? Just take it off and move on. And it's crazy because this thing was up at like 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. This thing was up to 110 bucks. So probably if I was awake then, I would have taken it off. But no, I couldn't have. I wouldn't have been able to trade that early. But it would have been cool to be able to take it off that early. It's just one of those things where, I made a decision and then I changed my mind, and it just turned into garbage, and it cost me $100. So, you live and you learn. I should have stuck to my rule. You never turn a day trade opportunity into a swing trade. I should have just took the hit yesterday, walked away from it. But it is what it is. So we ended the day 276.64. And probably Monday I'll share the weekly recap and all that stuff. But I didn't have time to put all that together this afternoon. I just wanted to get this out and start my weekend here. So that's it. Again, the way we navigate this market is stick to our strategies. Stick to them. Now, they may not work all the time. We had a week this week where the strategies just didn't pay like we've seen them pay in the past. No strategy is going to pay 100% every week. It just is no way. It's not going to do it. But we have to be consistent. We can't change up. If we have a strategy that's working and it works for a couple of weeks, and then we get a week where it just doesn't work, we can't stop and run away from it. We have to stick it out. And knowing that our strategy worked, the market's going to come back to us. But if we're off in left field when the market comes back, that's going to be even more detrimental. So stick to what you do. Trade the strategies that you're really good at, and then we build up from that. You learn these 3 simple strategies that I trade every day. Really is 2. I don't trade reversals that often because the trends have been doing very well. But you learn how to trade those day in and day out consistently. Then we can build on with the all-day holds. Then we can build on with the aftermarket earnings on trades. But those 2 take a higher degree of patience and discipline and market understanding for you to be successful in that. They look really easy. They look like easy money. But you have to earn that easy money. You have to grow and develop and be ready for that. And I do teach you that. I do work with you on that. But you guys have to get there. All right, so that's going to do it for me. Don't forget, only $249. You can't beat that. For everything that you get, you cannot beat it. So if you have any questions, just go over to the website homepage on the website. If you want to contact me, you can send me an email, or if you want to talk, just click on membership questions, set up a time. Make sure you leave your phone number, or you can call me. My phone number is on there, and I can answer any questions you have about membership. And you members, whenever you want to schedule a mentor session, this is where you do it. If the time slot's open, you can book it. So it just makes it easy, and we don't have to email back and forth trying to figure out what time is open and what day is open. You'll see it right there. So I'll make it seamless, and it'll send the email to us, and neither one of us can forget. So look for that. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy it. I'm going to try to enjoy some of this weather, get some yard work done. Maybe take the family fishing, and might as well take advantage of this time that we have together. You might as well. We could sit here and we could doom and gloom and feel sorry, or we can take advantage of the time that we have in front of us. And that's what I plan on doing. So have a great night, great evening, and I will catch you on Sunday.